exactly how good that was.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing in the back end here. Here we go, folks. Time for map number 1. Welcome to a wonderful day of Call of Duty here on a lovely Saturday, getting ever closer to that Miami Major. Can't wait to get down there and have a good time, and hopefully not get too burnt out on those beaches. Speaking of getting burnt, though, one of these teams is going to get absolutely roasted, most likely by Twitter and or Reddit, after their performances here. Quick look at our hardpoint stats coming into this one. This is just in the qualifiers so far towards Major 2. And as you can see, the New York Subliners, pretty sweet.
Absolutely fantastic. I would say for the flip side, if you're already just going to be the worst team in the game at like holding hills, why bother rotating? You could be worse in the game at the rotations as well, but certainly an uphill battle, especially so with the way the New York Subliners just started this. Sip with a nice little frag kill, gets an extra headshot to roll through, and I mean already it is the perfect setup out of the Subliners, outside of the fact that they're not collecting any of the time.
Not a lot of time. 8 seconds now to 9 and climbing. LAG trying to find their way in there as DiamondCon to try to keep the point as safe as possible. For now, LAG, they've been counted out by many of the pundits and much of the community so far. We'll see how much fight they have in them here. Can they turn around what has been a very tough run towards the Major? P2's up and about, and that is assault all over spawns.
Clearing start as well. Nice little two-piece on the tank. Bad news is you can't actually get control of this time just yet, and you are really going to have to play keep away. If you're wondering if they had a trophy, they do not. Assault just got met with 1 frag and I think a stun from every single subliner, so nades and tacks on point. Kismet going on the full flank doesn't work out. You try to pierce through dark. LAG, they have that covered as well. All bases covered, and honestly now for Gorillas, this is pretty good. You get New York sort of pinned back in Palace. They can't quite get the clearance though, and you get caught sprinting, and it really does make the job that much more difficult. So as good as the initial kills were, you're still not getting into the time.
That's unfortunate play here from DiamondCon. He's lined up for several. 4-2! Sib was the last man lying in wait. I thought he was going to get pinched there. Either way, the second hard point here in our first set has not been that productive for either side. New York Subliners still with a slight lead. Chance, dare I say it, are we seeing shades of yesterday's match between Atlanta and the Los Angeles Thieves? We may be seeing some game clock action here.
Well, yeah, considering we've had, what, maybe 50 seconds secured on the first 2 hills, that is a good chunk of the game clock already shaved off. Indeed. More good news for LAG, though. They have a whole 2-point lead, but now you have a rotation to, like, more of a true money hill. You got every single lane pushed out as well. Esriel not going to be a part of the fight just yet, but he's repositioning to watch the cross, so right now sort of the perfect setup for LAG that New York are perfectly breaking down. Fame needs to stay alive for his boys to get back in the mix. He's done his job, but you still got to get the trades. On the flip side, Esriel gives you 1, but over towards time, big gunfight on the hill, and DiamondCon actually wins it. So LAG right now are on form, winning all the big gunfights, getting the right time. That is a hell of a moment. And for DiamondCon, I know one of the better shooters on the team, 11-4 start as well. That is the man you want to see with the hot hand.
He has certainly been shooting since MW3 hit the shelves. And now he's on a shelf, soaking up that hardpoint time. Perfect line, cut right down the middle of the map there by LAG. Problem is, they have to cross it. That threshold now and towards the open hardpoint. Coming up next, smack bang in the middle of the map. Can they fight their way forward? No one is really garnering too much time from this hardpoint so far. We'll see if this is the one to get it done. And YSL in control.
And we already know P4 is sort of like that Oprah Winfrey spawn system of you get a palace spawn and you get a palace spawn. As you say it, you have 4 people stacked up in palace. You got the subliners trying to keep it contained, but the initial gunfights do go to LAG. Maybe a slight advantage to actually go get on time, but again, you just see how much Hydra wants the kills before you make a move. This is, I mean, a completely uncontested hill. This has been wonderful TDM that we've been playing for the past 30 seconds.
Solid TDM performances from both squads so far. 25 seconds to go here. Can the subliners double their score? That's what they're trying to do right now. Skies, keep your head down, son. It's suppressive fire from the LAG boys. Estriel finds his way forward. Skies in and out. Manages to get that time. They might be able to get all of it here. Good job. Hydra, the last man in the point now, dips out. And once again, not a terribly lucrative hard point here in the middle of Invasion.
That's a big moment, though, for Hydra as well. Yep, that's going to flip the spawns. I was going to say LAG on this hill, they might not have gotten any time, but they only gave away 10 seconds, and they had the right side spawns. Keyword was had, though. Hydra picks them apart, gives his team the advantage, and again, you have New York Subliners coming into this hill down about 50 points. This is the best setup they've had all game to try to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, right down the middle of the street, you've got to fly. Hydra. He and Kismet pick off a few on the approach. DiamondCon doing what he can just to get his boys a foothold here in the street. the fatal funnel of that long line of sight. Such a dangerous place to be. But look at that. Assault has been airdropped in behind enemy lines to help get the break. It might be enough. It is. What the f?
Yeah, the airdrop is on point. By the way, a split second after he spawned, a subliner basically spawned in front of him. So there's no way you can even recognize that someone's behind you because you still had the backside spawns. I guess all is well that ends well as you do. Subliner still collecting the majority of the time. I mean, Kismet with enough finesse at least to make sure Diamond Khan does get traded out. But you go into the hill, down about 50 seconds. You catch it up to about 14. So Subliners, we're looking for the big moment. Hydra delivers it to them. And we're close at least to a tied up game. But yeah, this has game clock written all over it. We have less than 2.5 minutes on the clock. Neither team has 100 points.
Invasion's become very different in this recent split. Kismet doing what he can in the hard point now to take the lead back. It's been very dry for LAG for quite some time now, but they're doing what they can to keep the subliners out of it. At least stay down, Kismet, soak that time, and you might be looking at a lead change.
He's dodging some of those nades as well. Everything from LAG not quite landing where they want it. You see it's just in front of the cover that he's using, so he comes out relatively unscathed, still just being that super soaker around the point. And for New York, a good bit of time to try to work the pinches. But it looks like Diamond Khan has the A Street covered. Everybody else on LAG pushed up B Street as well. So LAG for the moment taking it to them on this rotation. They're gonna have that full setup.
All set up indeed. Well, LAG, let's see what they can do to find some of that sweet time and go for a quick listen in.
Nice, I'm blocking. I'm blocking. I'm blocking.
I hear you. Give me TV.
I'm gonna pitch mid tuck right now. I'm pitching mid gut. I'm trying to get clip vending. I'm trying to get clip vending.
TV alive. One
time. They're gonna spawn. They're gonna play from vending, I think.
Straight from hookah. For sure.
Hookah, Paco, one bullet. Yo,
That's up soon.
Okay, he went middle.
I see you broken me.
Mid tank, vending.
Mid cut got me.
Broken at top.
Kids going TV. Mid tank.
There's keep broken.
Paco weak.
I'm going right. I'm trying to get out.
One's gonna be mid tank. Kismet.
I need mid tank.
I'm nading it.
Try and get on mid tank right now. I sent blue dumpster. Nothing blue dumpster.
Fire truck. Hit 3 times.
I'm up. Keep
Mid cut. Weak Paco. He went to the tank now.
Two tank, two Dante.
Backside new.
I spawn again. Oh good. It's one break again. I'm gonna try and get out left low key.
Alright.
That could be like mid cut.
I'm slowly right. He's on a mid tank. I need to close blue down. Yeah, he's mid tank. He just went
take a week.
I do. I'm trying. Yo, bottom broken.
Fire car.
Caesar back up.
He went this.
Oh shit, one's mid tank at me. Paco's on me. Shot. Win 3 times, nice.
It was fire car.
It was Caesar.
Gas tank.
I'm trying to push up A search. I'm trying to push up A search with you.
I'm next. I got under him. Give me a sec.
Gotcha.
One guy
trying to get cafe right now.
He's Manny. I got under him. I'm deep. Give me a sec.
I'm waiting for the pinch.
The Gorillas trying to solve the problem that is this hardpoint hold there from the subliners, and 1:40 on the game clock. Keep an eye on that one, friends.
Yeah, this is going to be insane as well. I mean, New York have at least built themselves a pretty sizable lead and don't quite get the cruise, but certainly it seems like a lead like this might almost be insurmountable with how little time has been collected on almost any hill. So Subliners back-to-back hills really starting to run it up off the back of some incredibly unfortunate spawns that LAG are having to deal with. Now they're almost forced in a situation for P4 where you need this time. It's a difficult hill to stay alive in. Maybe a nice spot for Assault to try to do the thing, and Bame's starting to get things going as well. Of course, got to read the palace spawns. It's 3 players in the left side of the map and only Kismet on the right, but obviously a 2-front war, not fun for LAG to have to deal with.
Not at all, no. Have to now divert the resources from one side to the other, and Kismet continues to stay alive. I mean, this is unbelievably annoying gameplay. Wonderful shots on the Diamond Con as well. That's a 7 spree for Kismet.
That's a moment too. If he doesn't get that first kill inside a cafe, everybody on LAG would have turned around and stared at Palace, and LAG maybe even could have flipped the spawns to worry about New. Now it is just that continuous Palace blender as well. I mean, right now, number 5 in the mini-map, yeah, he's just calling out to his teammates where they are. He's spawning directly behind them. And it's like the parallels of a foot race towards New York on the top side of the map. LAG sort of on the bottom. Fame, the only player from LAG actually near the time. You can see all these subliner players swarming around him. And the fellow spot finally getting checked as well. Subliners doing the little things right. They get that early time.
Holding it again. Oh, that's straight from Estriel there. Fancy footwork manages to keep the fight alive. Sky's now the last man up for his boys before the reinforcements get involved. Here we go. LAG, shoulder to shoulder on the inside of the hard point. Shoes on the other foot now. Can the Gorillas start getting the kicking going? Sib with a suppressive fire once again. Diamondcon taken care of there. It's Hydra Kismet with 2 in the feed. An open hard point. LAG have got to run for it. That's it. A lot of damage dealt, not enough time gained, and 40 seconds on the game clock.
And just a battle even to get towards this time, which you can't afford to contest. You just have to get Skies out of it immediately. So Estrel and Diamondcon, well, they do the work. They clear them out, looking for the final 15 seconds. But for Subliners, you win this game, I mean, one of 2 ways. Play keep away, play for the white time, or just continue to be a presence. Hydra being annoying, 35 seconds left on the game clock. And we haven't seen one of these maybe all year. Maybe a sub base early on, but Invasion is dancing with it. It might happen here.
Here we go, boys. The Super Destroyer is about to leave orbit. Get in that hard point. LAG are in. A nice 3 down. They should have awareness of where these next players are coming from, but Kismet continues to be an issue. Nades are out. Big stun checks now. Forward, you fly into the hard point. Kismet with a contest. He has been an issue. Diamondcon answers back. You've still got time now working out for LAG. Oh, that was a huge win. Here we go. Subliners looking to close out.
Yeah, and you got 2 players from LAG spawning out as well. 22 seconds left on the game clock. You can't contest. You can't leave white time. And I mean, if I'm New York, I would not be inside of this hill right now. I would be leaving. I would be going over towards New. And LAG, everybody else pinned in the back of their spawn. Diamondcon, the only player on board that can even think about making a play. He gets met with a frag grenade. And Subliners, again, just burn the game clock. There's 10 seconds left. You're going to win this game. Just do not set foot on New.
That should be game. Eyes on Skies. Number 70 might be the man to get in there for now, but jump off. 6.8 in the game clock. LAG have got to find a way in. They're not going to get a single kill whatsoever. They have to run at the guns of the Subliners. And it's a cruise, because why not?
Kill your teammate. Kill your teammate in the hill and end the game, please.
He's not doing it. They're getting the time. Kismet keeping them back. The Subliners, they want the 250.
I don't understand. Are they this locked in? Do they just not care? Is it an ego thing, or are they literally just so turned? It's such a weird situation. They're getting all the kills too. Like, they are blendering them in this moment. The kill feed has been absurd, and they're just defying all odds. Yeah.
No, it's a sign of dominance. The Subliners, they want to win it like this. They're not giving it to the game clock. They want the time. They really do. Kismet, go for it. They're absolutely frying. 0.9. Oh, the nade gets him off, and they wanted it bad. They get the win either way, and the Subliners with an outstanding display of dominance and control. They played the map. They played the Gorillas. They did not play themselves.
They're playing like some weird meta game where they just get to have a little bit of extra fun. Yeah, they just, again, maybe just adding to the kills column, trying to go for stats or go for records or a little bit of fun. But I mean, quite literally, the moment that hill popped, they could have won the game an extra 60 seconds in advance. But it does not matter. That is just an extra show of dominance there from the Subliners. It really does seem like, Miles, a lot of these top teams are really just looking to send a message.
That was it. That really was the message. That was, we have the game clock on our side. We have complete and utter control. Skies and Fame both having a bit of a difficult game there either way. It didn't seem to make a difference for the Subliners, though. Once again, the pre-match, conversation, Name was talking about how strong the Subliners have looked this split so far. Without a shadow of a doubt, exceptionally strong squad, and that's the sort of map that shows it.
Yeah, maybe Sib and Hydra just having a little like in-game competition of who can get the most kills, both having 31 towards the end. And I know you mentioned Skies had a rough one, but credit to Skies. He actually had one of the best spawns in the game. In the listening, we heard LAG on the P2 hill calling out, I'm blocking spawns, I'm blocking spawns. The player on LAG did everything right. Skies spawns there anyway, goes for the flank, breaks the hill. And that was sort of the moment where New York Subliners break down the P2, set themselves up with the rotation to P3, and that is where the score line of the game really started to explode. So playing on Invasion is risky business. You are playing the most dangerous game. I'd almost rather be on that island versus Honor.
But there we go. Highlights so far. Spicy stuff out of the New York Subliners. They start this series off with a brilliant bang. And I do believe, yeah, they wanted that 250, man. They were keen for it. I don't think there was ever a moment in doubt. They did want it as well.
Yeah,
Look at these. Very confident. Jesus.
I'd say any of the comms that these guys have had for the past few weeks, it's always either Caesar Skies Bueno doing some, I don't know, mischievous stuff in the communication battle, or they're competing against themselves, or they're just there to have fun. They are playing a game after all, but that is just map number 1 that we have underway. Look at Invasion Hardpoint. I know Amos already touched on it for the Invasion Control. Subliners have only played it twice. They're looking to get an extra rep in and maybe deepen the map pool just a touch. But Karachi, S&D is where we're going to be going next. But I'm definitely with Amos on this. I want to see that Rio. I do. I was
going to say I also like to see that Rio. Well, let's see our Monster pregame. We're talking about New York Subliners first and foremost. I mean, look, if it was anything about like, hey, come out and absolutely dominating the hard points, that's exactly what they've done so far. But Elite S&D fundamentals, chances where we're going. Is Kismet the best S&D player in the league right now? We'll find out today.
He is in the conversation without question. Like the New York Subliner stats for S&D, out of control. Pick one out of a hat. It's going to be top 2 in the game just about. But on the first blood battle, Kismet has been the absolute first blood reaper this year. He's been consistent basically from start to finish. So he's going to be that lethal threat on the map, I'd say, really just from the jump. But these are the guys that dropped the ball over like in the first qualifying stages of Major 1. They got top 12. They got beaten out and it looked horrible for them. They've responded as so far maybe the most dominant team. They have the best overall map record win percentage. They're doing things like what we just saw on map 1 Invasion, where they are quite literally just toying with the opposition. So they had the instantaneous bounce back, and clearly just looking at the player cams, this is not a team that was exactly feeling the pressure. They know what they're capable of, and they are ready to be back fighting for championships rather. I mean, they're giving away Lord of the Rings, you know, they're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up a bit of a race between, what, is it Hydra and Sib? I mean, that's Legolas and Gimli counting their kills at the Battle of Helm's Deep. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch it after today's games. LAG, though, let's find out how strong their resolve is after taking a match like that and sort of getting the writing was on the wall towards the end there. The Subliners certainly playing with their food. Can they turn this around here in the Search and Destroy? A tall task for our purple-clad warriors. Let's find out how it goes here on Karachi.
And, you know, if we talked about how good the S&D stats were for the New York Subliners, a little bit rougher on the side of LAG. You're not getting the plant down, which we already know basically the entire goal in Karachi. Get the bomb down on B at any point in time, or if you can get it out on A, maybe pick a different spot to work with. But bomb plants are the name of the game. The objective's always on point, and I know from LAG, when they have the most success on this map, it's when Fame has been going crazy. I know we struggled in map 1, so maybe look for the bounce back there. Of course, though, Hydra, no fear in his heart, ran straight up the middle of the map, and he's got the entire A cross for his teammates. And he's in position just to go hunt down some kills. There's freebie number 1. The second one doesn't quite fall into his lap, but just about. A couple trades rolling through. They know the pressure over by B.
I'd have filled my britches if you picked up that kill. Skies with a wonderful line of sight down that street, but too many guns up right now for the LAG players to keep him out of trouble. Oh, he finds 2. I take it all back. Estriel now in a 1v3, and he has gone into this position unnoticed. So he has a moment to strike, but he has to hit incredibly decisively.
Freebie number 1. Question is, can he read Sid that's down low? Well, he shoots you, so you got that intel, and no one always plays by the bridge. That's the good news. Bad news, 20 seconds on the clock. You just have to fry these players. The shots were clean from Estriel. Just a little bit better from Sid with the MCW, shutting it down in the final second.
And you saw that reaction from Sid in the player cam. They're like, what does he think he's doing here? Estriel, a lot of damage in, but not necessarily enough for that kill. Subliners take the first round.
Yeah, he's having fun. Talking aggressively in the player cams, but that is just shots on points from both players. But New York Subliners just pick them apart. Skies from top third, 2 pieces able to collect. Absolute nail in the coffin. Again, I know the tried and true from LAG. You leave Fame over towards the A site, maybe have everyone else work B, or maybe want to be aggressive on their first attacking round. Straight towards A they go. Kismet, maybe the lone defender, has a little bit of help from Skies.
Fame bring his friends. Nice work out of Estriel. I think that was a straight out 1v1. I don't think any team fire played out there from Fame. Sky spotted out there. Wonderful play from Assault here. Just getting that information in the middle of the map. Problem, Hydra, behind you.
And Assault's not going to have any of the intel. The one guy they knew where he was, yeah, Skies gets the kill. This is going to be the dagger in the round. Unless LAG push past. This is an interesting moment. So, yeah, they feel a little bit of pressure. And that was the right time to make that weird play.
Fame turns. Oh, and he turns again. That's heartbreaking. He made the right decision, but the patience from the young Frenchman nets the kill. 3v2. Estriel and Assault now in a little bit of trouble. They still have the bomb over towards A. Okay. Quick plant. Good luck. And that is the round. My God, the subliners are playing them like a fiddle, Chance.
Yeah, absolute perfect first blood. They get the coordination, or even while they're being stunned by Kismet, you just win that first gunfight. You got a player that, in theory, is watching the flank. The only way the flank isn't watched is if Hydra runs through Coop and goes all the way around, which is exactly what he did. So Assault never gets that intel, and even for the fact that Skies is the one player they spotted out top AC, still wins the gunfight. Yeah, LAG struggling in the moment. Estriel, 3-2. No one else on his team has a kill.
Find out if that can be the round to get a couple more on the board here for the LAG boys. And the answer for Fame is no. Can Kismet get another one out of this? Assault does get into the fray. 3v3 for now. Slowly but surely trying to get that bomb through the middle of the map.
And this is like the perfect position. I don't know how often Nerd Spot ever gets like checked, but certainly I never do when I'm playing. So LAG gonna be a tough spot. Adam Assault gets spotted top red as well, but he did see him. So there you go. Does he check it? He does indeed. Doesn't make the gunfight any easier though. And you can see those subliners players are hunting Assault down, and they're gonna get him. Kismet does get traded for the 2v2. It is mixiness in the middle of the map.
Yeah, only one way out of that one. No fire escape. Last man alive, Skies, for the team. 1v1. Whoa! Bueno. Wonderful shots, but Diamond Con nets it. And the look across the subliners once again. They know they were one bullet away from a disgusting 1v2 there from Skies. My goodness.
That's also like, subliners get to have fun in these rounds. They're 5-0 right now in the split. They're not feeling too much stress and pressure. Meanwhile, LAG basically fighting for their lives right now in these rounds. And again, they are having to work for it. So solid round to get. I mean, Assault does a great job just to notice Kismet up top. I think Diamond Con gets that trade with the sticky grenade. So things pan out for them to get on the board, and Estriel was looking for some help from his teammates. He got exactly that. DC had 3 in the round.
Kismet first blood. The Reaper. As we touched upon in our Monster pregame, he's 6-2 for Skies so far. Fame yet to get onto the board, and so far yet to really get into this series. He's running out of time. So's the round. Less than a minute to play.
And Kismet still being a presence as well. Yeah, Kismet gets active. He knows the player's looking one direction. Tells Hydra, hey, come shoot him in the back. Perfect teamwork there. Perfect decision making. And now Hydra in an even better position. He's got the B site on lock. Kismet continues. I mean, he's just like the funnel system. He's the one coordinate to his teammates where everybody's going to be. Estriel with a nice gunfight win. This will be a 1 versus 3 that is not going to last. Subliners running it down with the aggression that they are showing in these rounds. I mean, Kismet flies into top red at the very start. No fear in his heart. Gets the first blood, and everything after that just feels incredibly easy for New York. Again, playing at a pace that is not fun to deal with.
No, that sort of final moment as well. Estriel with the lightning fast gunfight win. The pressure from the subliners just prevents any kind of shenanigans. Hope sucked right out of the round there from LAG. It's the communications on point, the trust, and they are flowing right now brilliantly. 3-1. Subliners on attack.
Hey, there you go. Nice first blood. LAG, this is your opportunity. Get a cheeky one in. And even Skies is just laughing. Again, one team is laughing when they're having these like cataclysmic mistakes in rounds, and that is not going to pay well potentially for the other squad. LAG have to execute. They've done a great job getting that positioning. They've pushed up through Coop. You got the intel on the guy's top red. Out of Assault, though, does just trade himself out. Oh, and, well, there you go. Another team kill. They're not laughing about this one.
Shenanigans.
Oh, dear.
Oh, sugar. That was a big one from Sib. 1v1 now. Estriel. Can he right the wrongs of a couple of rounds here from LAG? As Sib turns Fame into dust.
The 2 team killers. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that one.
That's it. Or maybe not. Estriel. Possibly on the immediate recharge. A smoke goes out. 25 on the clock. As round and round we go, Estriel, the hunter, has become the hunted. Now Sib's on his heels. The time ticking away. There it is. Sib, what a round. He's feeling good after that.
That was the 2 team killers. Opportunity for redemption. Sib, your sins are absolved. And I think shout out to Spectator as well. I don't know if Sib ever saw him, but one of his 3 teammates, when they're running around, caught a piece of Estriel, letting him hunt him down. So again, one team can team kill and laugh about it. The other team has a moment like that. Devastating. LAG were given a gift. They squandered. Now they're down 4-1 in round count. A very tough spot to be in.
Incredibly difficult spot to be in. Not over yet, though. LAG, such tremendous promise at the start of the MW3 season. That flame of ambition is starting to simmer out. Hyder with the first blood. Exchange of a gunfire. Kismet finds his window, finds his first. Straight now onto the second kill. Ruthless aggression from the Bulldog. He is simply unstoppable right now. Diamondcon takes care of at least one. He's now on for the ace if he can stay alive. But look at those yellow arrows. They are hunting. They are prowling. There's Diamondcon fighting for his life. And it's a bad turn. And the subliners with another disgusting round.
It is just, well, one, too easy for the subliners, and then just so difficult for LAG as well, because subliners are just flying at you to the point where you don't have time to reload. You don't have time to pick up new weapons. They're just pouncing in these late rounds, but you saw the play. Hydra gets the first blood. Kismet, the kills just get funneled into him. Again, every round it seems like subliners are playing with a different system. A different player is being aggressive on the map as well. So it is a team with a very deep bag of tricks in search and destroy. They are showing off some of the different goods they have as now they're working the A side again. Better nades this time. You didn't team kill, and even better news, that site is wide open. Best question maybe is where they're going to choose to plant. Assault, the only player that has hope of shutting this down, and Assault is dead. Yeah, it's a perfect play. Hydra in position. At least that's real. Able to get that trade.
He keeps his team afloat here in the round. Bomb planted. Can LAG get the defuse? And Sib is positioning himself perfectly to handle these players. Will the timing be good? The gun is up. There's one. Can't get away with his life. Once again, Fame in a tough spot. Kismet. Toe-to-toe with Estriel. My God, what a battle it was. And it is done. Diamondcon to keep your boys in the map. It has to be a 1v2, and he has to get the defuse, and he's wasted a lot of time with these hop-ups.
I mean, exercise is important, but this is not the right time, and he was getting team shot anyway. GG, go next. Not really close there on Karachi. Subliners quite literally in map 1, in map 2, doing whatever they want.
Literally wherever they want. And that is an exceptionally confident display of play from the New York Subliners. LAG, the woes continue, and it has been a very tough series so far for them. One more chance to stay alive here. That game of control coming up in a moment is going to be a big one. For the Subliners, it is simply cruise control, autopilot, asleep at the wheel. But they're getting home one way or another. And dare I say it, there's another Bond in the run, Chance.
I was trying to think of his name is Fame Bond, something like that. Yeah, 0-7, not ideal, not a lot of hope. I mean, Assault 1-7 as well. Even when the strategies seem to be pretty on point from LAG, where they're getting the information in the rounds, it just didn't matter. New York Subliners were either having like the perfect counter, or they're just slamming you in the gunfights. But there's the map and modes, a game clock ending to the invasion hardpoint. 6-1 domination Karachi, and then invasion control is just Subliners flexing the map pool. They've only played it twice so far. This is going to be the first look on invasion we've had from them. Well, I think they played it recently against Miami, and then like previous to that it was months ago, but that'd be a fun look.
Well, let's find out how it goes. Invasion control, map number 3 after this very quick commercial break. LAG, dire straits for them. For the boys of the New York Subliners, though, looking to close the series out 3-0. Their dominance continues. Will it continue after the break? We'll find out. Don't go too far.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now. cause I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone now.
All in can't beat me up cause I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone now.
I mean, I just want to show everyone why we're the best team in the world, and I think we've been putting up a lot of hard work.
Stun will hit. Just Abisi does a good job not giving him the one-on-one, then gets his head ripped, hits some great shots. Awakening tagged down weak, but it's Awakening that's able to win it. That is a clutch and a half in round one.
Purge, he found the right moment to snap, and trades are gonna be there. Purge gets the double kill as well.
Purge gonna hold it down from the top right side. He was the one that really broke through over towards P1, and he might be the reason that Vegas Legion win this game.
With kills early, Wallbang's coming through, 38 HP for Abisi. He's dodging.
Sometimes you just gotta try different tracks. As Abisi, yeah, he's up to 8 quickly.
There's another one.
Be a little bit too late.
Another 10 spree and an ace. Too easy for Mr. Abisi. That is disgusting and also can't happen. Shotzzy, when he's in his bag, bro, it is so fun to watch. Like, there is a rhythm and a rhyme to his gameplay, and it's a blast.
Well, he's going to call it a cruise right away. Flies on down, hits the speed boost.
He may be the most entertaining player in the CDL, and he's dropping some of the biggest numbers.
So Ultra players, it looks like they're gonna 4-man group up together and work.
Troz has found 2 in the middle of the map with the Renetti. He's gonna find the 3rd as well. Troz are lighting up the kill feed. And letting the phase, sending us to around 11.
Honestly, it's just us in Toronto, but as you've seen, we just 3-0'd them, so I think they're and we're on top.
Player cams, we got listen-ins.
Player cams is such a dub, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, man. Absolutely incredible stuff out of WXC here tonight. And here we...
Feeling is done. Had me shivering there for a second, but we got it. We got that locked down. Speaking of locking things down, Tsunami blew all through the kill feed. Melk's able to find one on the end of the work. I said to watch her. And that is exactly why. Nice pistol kill. Maybe the next one to come through too, but it is all white air. Let's see how the tide is sounding though. Big waves coming through. Let's go.
One on the dumpster.
And
Big waves out of
Tsunami
there. Both these teams have a win under their belt. So S&D, maybe they're feeling confident enough to maybe go for the reach out. Good shots off.
Oh!
Her goes in for the kill. Oh, gets turned. What they're able to do is core 3. I mean, one of them says user on there. I could be true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Map number 3 is on its way, but before we get there, you want to come out to Major 2. If you are going to be there, it's going to be a fantastic time. You're going to see your favorite teams. Get that QR code scanned on screen right now. The Miami Heretics Major 2, presented by Gamergy, is going to be a very, very good time. We can assure it. Wicked time. The last time we were in Miami, Chance, way back in the CWL days. It was a good time there. Excited to get back towards the East Coast, where it's very, very warm, I would imagine. But here we go, folks. We're nearly ready to get into map number 3 of this series. LAG, very much up the creek, no paddle. New York subliners, they are flying high. Let's see if they can close the series out here in Invasion Control.
I mean, you also have the New York Subliners, maybe the most fun day they've had in the office in quite some time. They are loving life. This is the most I think I've ever seen Sib smile. And it's all like condensed into like a 20-minute period. Ordinarily, he's just like the most stoic dude in the player cam. Sometimes player cam might just be frozen, but now he is vibing. He's feeling great. And again, it might not be the map that either of these teams have played a great deal. But just for the fact that you with the New York Subliners on the attacking round, 2nd overall, yep, right towards A they go. If your nades and stuns are on point, you can absolutely make the play. They don't have the clearance to get inside of the zone just yet, but they're knocking on the devil's door. LAG, though, solid job on defense thus far. Estriel doing a great job of playing keep away, and Sib not going to live for too long. LAG absolutely stuffed that push.
Slams a pair. Skies gets a wicked two-piece. Hydra now going towards the very back line of the LAG players. I do believe they've caught wind of this at the very least. They might be able to deal with it. Assault will not. Hydra. Can he find any more in this play? Cut down by Fame. Good stuff. Over to the B zone we go, though, and that's a single segment. Down and out. Keeping the play alive. Big shots at range there as Kismet now pushes the front line forward.
And this is perfect as well, right? I mean, Kismet in a corner. He's going to be able to try to pick off a couple different freebies. One should be at least guaranteed for him. Fame just going to fall into line on command, and as long as he can dance and get away, might just be on point. He is just dragging so much attention. They are just spending so much time looking for him in blue. Estriel rather doesn't have the hands, nor do they have the B zone.
Wait a minute.
A zone might have been stuffed, but look at him now. 2 players over on A. This is perfect.
This is nightmarish. LAG are trying to contend with Kismet. And right now, oh, Fame, thank God you got that kill. I was about to say some rancid stuff. There we go. Well, the zone's long gone. A is all that remains right now. The New York Subliners looking to close it out. Flying forward now as LAG throw their bodies into that line of fire, trying to keep them at bay. A minute 45 to go here and plenty lives either side.
You saw Fame there slightly off with his timing as well. Just not 1, but 2 players had already made it on the outer tank working the street. The Subliner certainly pushing the pace. Meanwhile, Estriel's fighting for his life. 2 different players top American, where he's trying to keep that street nice and secure. Hydra is behind you. The comms right now from Fame, I can see, are intense. They know someone's in the back. Diamondcon turning to look for him. But Hydra right now, with the stuns coming through, they've missed everything, so he might find the opening to get to the zone, drag some attention. Any kill he gets is going to go such a long way. There's the first. His teammates get the next. You know Estriel's out by the bridge, so it's nothing but spawners from here on out. And frankly, maybe nobody's going to be home. Hydra, continuously the guy making the play.
He's holding the zone alone. Here comes Skies to reinforce, get that additional time. That should be it. The quick contest, all for naught. The Subliners. A decisive and dominant opening round here on Karachi, on the Invasion. Sozzies. This is actually quite a fun series, I can't lie. As insane as it has been, it's a lot of fun.
I almost just like feel bad though. Like you can see from LAG, they're calming. They know Hydra's behind you. Like knowledge is half the battle. And on the knowledge front, LAG on point. They're getting good information, even in like the S&D rounds. They know Hydra's behind you. But knowledge is one thing. Execution is the difference. And even Kismet, when he was in blue, is just dancing around them. Hydra just finds that one clean break, and that is like, there's just no wasted opportunities. New York Subliners on point. Even their nades look good.
No, it's half the battle. Shout out G.I. Joe. Assault. Able to put Hydra down at the very least. Is this an opportunity to now get forward for LAG? Diamondcon gets his. Good work out, Skies. Again, the trade's on point. Or nearly the 5th in a row. Looking for those streaks. Not going to have it. Back and forth. The trades are wonderful. As the Subliners keep the defensive hold all together for now.
Big win by Fame too, yeah.
He's in.
They're working the A street. Yeah, they got the presence covered. Unfortunately for Fame, he does not have a trophy, and that is an important piece of utility if you ever want to cap that A's up.
Oh, look at Hydra. It's a victory lap right now. Diamondcon, no hope, surrounded. And the trap is slowly but surely tightening around the gorillas. Hydra at one end of the puzzle. The other end is a 2-2 split perfectly. Is anyone going to be able to get across that street? So far, only one. Here comes the next fight. Sib. Tags are in, but Estriel and Assault, they find a pair. Kismet. Okay. LAG's out.
Well, Subliners, though, still behind you. And again, the knowledge front, I saw like Fame in the mini-map turning around. They're worried about the flank pressure. Problem is, Skies just took the deepest route ever. You're not going to read that. And now you're worried about getting shot in the back. And Skies is a player that rarely misses. Suffocating in these rounds. You are back to square one.
Indeed. Back and forth we've gone, but it's Sib. That front line, you've brought the fight to the home of the LAG players. There's no way out. That is another very, very strong round chance. We are speed running through this invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, look, you had LAG trying to put the pressure on A, like Fame found the route to get over towards Time, but he doesn't have a trophy. And it's just the perfect nade rolling through to take him down. And the trap was there. The flank from Hydra was perfect. And then when they got the pressure on B, it's difficult to fight through B and actually make it to the zone when you got to rip players off the tank. LAG did exactly that. They won the difficult gunfights. And then maybe one single teammate comes through, and then Skies has a little bit more time on the flank. And yeah, it's New York Subhunters. They're just playing perfect God.
It's vicious COD, man. It's real vicious. 2 players straight away on towards the B zone. A little bit of damage here on the defensive side. Estriel keeps the boys away. Oh, he's not going to check behind that sandbag. Skies finds a freebie and a second there. Diamondcon can't hit a bullet. Fame keeps it together up close and personal. Skies won't get the 3-piece. B, though, 1 segment down.
It's just never present too. Hydra, even with the 2-piece, getting some extra damage done. It's just, you know, New York Subhunters are able to play so comfortably. Like Skies laying down an AS&D, letting the kills fall into his lap, and LAG just uncomfortable with the timings. They do find a great one coming in through dark to get a player off the point, and Diamondcon does pick up 2. Diamondcon is going to pick up 3. The coordination there on point. Estriel makes a tiny bit of noise, and DC there to sort of close the door. Hydra's going to fall as well. So this is LAG looking for the stranglehold, and Diamondcon, who's close to a cruise missile, Skies rips his head off, and well, right back to the B zone he goes.
I think he knows that player's behind him as well. He has full awareness that Estriel's on the flank. And there it is. Good teamwork cleaned up. Back over towards the B zone we now fly. Finish your plate, boys. Little bit of food left over there. Sieve through in the middle of the map. Nice work there on a Fame. Staying alive behind that Abrams. He's not going to take a whole lot. Assault does manage to flush him out of his position, though. Back over to Hydra. Once again, the kills now starting to flow a bit more for the Subliners. Chance to get a bit of a life lead.
You can just see like how on point the Subhunters are too, of like re-coordinating, grouping up, shutting down the cruise missile coming through, backing up to get the player out of construction. So Subhunters on flow state. LAG finding it difficult to breathe. You're trying to hunt down a player, Kismet, who again is behind enemy lines, while his boys are there to back him up. Now you're coming off spawn and instantly into a gunfight. Fame and Kismet both ready. Fame comes out on top, but 2 players inside your rugs. New York are waiting for the kills to fall into their lap, and then they're going to jump all over this A zone.
Well, this play's going to slow it down somewhat. Hydra, nice teamwork. A lot of damage dealt, though, sending the players from LAG to try to clean these kills up. It's Fame, the man to do it for now. Gorillas have stayed alive this far. Hydra could be the nail in the coffin in the round, and maybe the series if he can find anything from back here.
And the question is, do you even want to like deal with them? Last time he made the play, Assault not getting good timing on all these crosses, and it's 2 players right now trying to trap Hydra in. Player number 1 gonna fall. That's a 2 pump. He's playing a dangerous game, but Estriel kills him anyway, so the Hydra problem has been solved temporarily. You got a 4 life lead and only 30 seconds on the clock. LAG in a good spot in this round.
Yeah, we might be going to VAR for that 2 pump. We'll find out about that one in a moment. Diamondcon keeping the boys alive. Fame. Oh, he's been absolutely eviscerated by Hydra. Now the aggression towards the point. Skies finds another kill. That's it. You're able to jump on it now. Last man, Hydra. That's the big one. Dive into the showers. Managed to stop the clock. 13.7. Subliners could get it done here, but there's so many purple players around him.
Yeah, he's desperate for help. It's going to be the quick flank coming through, and he is so close with the gunny, but no cigar, no zone, and now it's last-ditch effort. You're going to have to fly over towards the point. Fame playing keep away. Does his job. Zone crawling with LAG players, but Skies takes down 2. Can't quite get it. Maybe 0.1 second away from the zone. The tick always late, and these players still just literally bouncing with joy. They are so happy.
What's in the water over in New York? Apparently delicious. I know Maven loves that New York water. He never stopped talking about it. But the boys are loving life.
It's the secret for pizza. Miles, people from all over the world import New York water to get that New York pizza taste. So yes, something is in the water, and it makes pizza delicious.
It could be Monster Energy. We'll find out in this final round if New York Subliners can close the series out. Or was that the sign of life that we sorely needed from LAG? How close they came. Can they win an attacking round?
That was a good start. You got 2 players over on B, getting a lot of progress there, and Diamondcon, unfortunate, just not a good place to be with a player on the fire tank, and now you had 2 players on B. They've fallen, and Assault by himself does not last. Kismet just eviscerates him, so as nice as the opening break looked, as much map control, map presence that you had, you are again back to square one. A couple nades coming through to buy you a little bit of clearance. Fame trying to buy that map control. Sib just shuts him down, 7-15. Sib, the stat line doesn't look great, but I think he's had his feet up this game.
Yeah, he's saying his feet up, and again, the kills he's getting are so important. They're so decisive. Players off the point like that. 50 seconds to go. This is the last few moments here for LAG here in the series. Got to see him get on that point. Smooth moves there on the pistol duel from Estriel and Kismet. He walks away with his life. His teammates now on the zone. He's flying out into the mouth of Sib, who has been eaten alive. Diamondcon keeps the pressure up now for LAG. Fame backing him up as well. They should be able to get on the point.
It feels like a moment for LAG, though. They just cannot be comfortable. They're not like always picking up the right flanks. They're playing at a lightning speed, and they do a nice job. They end up getting this B zone, but it just looks like playing with an element of discomfort right now against the subliners, who, I mean, they're playing for the post. B zone's going to get captured, but a bunch of players waiting in the wings to get the kills. Trades coming through. Sky's gonna get an extra one as well before he falls, and there he goes. Subliners clean house. He forced the palace spawn in the back. Diamondcon keeping a little presence over towards the courtyard, but again, it does not last long. About a minute on the game clock, and you are just getting picked apart anywhere you go.
Yeah, this has been a very strong resurgence from the subliners. They were even on life count as soon as the zone was captured. Now, a bit of a differential. Pressure still on there. Kismet not letting these players get out through that street whatsoever. Somehow gets out with his life. LAG hunting him down into the shots though of Skies. It's been a slightly costly approach now from the spawners. Looking to cut the reinforcements off before they can even get into the zone, and it looks to be a one-sided fight so far. LAG not able to get any damage going. Skies is easily picking off Assault, not a problem whatsoever. 30 seconds to go and only 7 lives for LAG.
We talk about the pace too. How many times have we seen subliners get over towards blue behind enemy lines causing a ruckus? Well, subliners don't let anything like that happen to them. Now it is all guns forward, and you are running potentially into a blender. Hydra's gonna fall. Sib gets gunned as well, so Kismet, a big moment for him to deal with a couple players down the A street, but with time on his side, you just gotta watch the cross. And honestly, no respawns remaining. Adam Assault gets traded out, and that is gonna be a 3-0 victory. New York subliners. Puppy dog energy reigns supreme.
It was a deft blow in that 3-0. Wildly frustrating series for LAG. They are now 0-5 in the run-up to Major II. The subliners find their 6th win. And that is an absolute stinger for the subliners, though. Mate, that dominance just continues from the start to finish of this series. They have looked like one of the best teams in the league.
Without question. I mean, an 18-4 map count, I believe, now overall. Maybe a little bit of work against some of the top teams that they played in the qualifying stages, but anyone below the top 4, they've just been cruising on through. And I will say, the Invasion Control is an interesting map to see, because granted, they only went 1 for 2 on their offensive rounds, but the one win they had, it was perfect. It is Hydra gets behind enemy lines, you get that one first kill, and everybody executes on the play. It is not an easy thing to do, but they took advantage of the one opportunity that